Okay. So, we're back, I presume. We would have missed a couple of... If the stream died when I think it died, then we would have missed me, Ura and I killing a bunch of bunnies, and then laughing about how we don't know whether or not they're going to taste as yummy as hair before Alabali went, your stream died, and then we came out here. And now we have Urianger again.
Oh, come off it, friend. You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Aetheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late.
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, bugger!
Did that just say, oh, bugger?
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose?
Don't speak for me, Urianger. You know that I hold
Yeah.
grudges for petty reasons.
For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure. It is clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations.
That's one of the most transgender things you said this game,
Your use of
Urianger.
contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing! We Loporrits were born of Heideland's love for Aetheris. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities. For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly, to serve and serve well. That goes for all of us, don't you see? So help us. Help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe. If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men, and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
My name is Puddingway.
Well, Puddingway, I'm so glad that's your name. Let's see how our bullshit master Urianche spins this one.
Puddingway? Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure. But one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate.
Oh, I think you did pretty well considering his name is
And
Pudding.
living way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer. The anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but
What is that?
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. For thee.
Oh, it's the ink.
Ink as blue as the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Livingway's compendium. An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
I just realized the bunnies are ChatGPT.
There you have it. I shall
Oh,
remain with the
no.
Loporrits to ensure that all is in order.
I need to punt them harder.
Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort.
Yes.
To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home. Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Rah.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't,
And if it turns out
I'll take
if we don't
comfort in
need
knowing
the-
preparations were made
if we
under
don't need to
your watchful
evacuate
eye.
to the space moon, we can always use it for a neat space resort.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if
We have a
there
housing
is
shortage
promise,
down on-
not a
down on
soul will be
Eorzea,
left
yes.
behind. If being the operative term.
We can open up a new housing development on the moon. Get some more. Get some more. Oh, hi, flower. Flower's red. Watcher, are you the one that's making the flower red? I got it from Hydaelyn.
Huh. Don't think I'd see that name anytime soon.
I see. The flower's a mood ring for God. Elpis flower.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Think nothing of it.
Let me guess.
We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growing Way and the others.
Figures.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Atheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Agreed. The Charlayan Forum, yes?
What? How did you know?
It's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your
Between the
anonymous
carrots, the
patrons.
clothing,
A
and
telling
the
coincidence would be
increasing
an understatement.
practicality over.
Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans.
Breaking the rules continues to have only
Let us
upsides.
continue this discussion upon our
Yay.
return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
Yep. Let's return to Garlemald where it's cold. Wow. I suppose I have to say goodbye to everyone. Mapping way? There's little I can do to help stop the final days, but should you need to know of Star Traversal, look no further. Such knowledge I can offer in abundance, so don't hesitate if you find yourself wanting. Singing way? The others will be so happy to hear Urianger is going to stay and teach us all about Atheris. We have to be careful not to get distracted by his lessons. There's still maintenance to carry out after all. Pudding way? Nice to meet you. Name's Pudding way. Sorry again for the trouble. We'll promise to do better. Honest. Living way? Well, that was rather embarrassing, wasn't it? At least we're on the same page now. People and Atheris. We save both, or give it a good try. Make sure everyone listens to Urianger. Game gave me an option to be like, I look forward to my next walk with Growing Way. Oh, we'll be all ears. You know how we can be. Stola? Leopards think so highly of the people of Atheris, yet it seems this evacuation plan is the only way they know to express their adoration. If we'd been more clear in our intentions from the start, mayhap we could have avoided this wrinkle. Something to keep in mind in the future. What? You mean clarity in communication's important? I never would have... Is that a dragonfly? A declaration of hopes and aspirations. I hadn't thought of it that way before.
Can't believe you snatched one of those robots.
The Loporats may be in good hands now, but that doesn't change the fact their plan is a last resort I'd rather not employ. If it doesn't come to that, for the first and the other reflections. I chanced to spy you crossing the chasm and feared something was amiss. But all is well. And more importantly, I've been given the opportunity to behold a wonderful sight. Keep the Elpis close, and its light will be your guide. Okay, Urianger. It was a relief to see that Living Way was pleased with my gift of ink. To serve and serve well, though their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is a blessing without peer. It will be no easy task to prepare them for what needs to be done, but gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate we part ways for a time. Forgive me my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you, in all our fellow scions. When next I return to Atheris, I pray I'll find you all in good health and good spirits. Yay, Aether Currents. Gloves, pants, shoes. There's no hat. Stola, do you give me a hat? Yes! With the Loporats and Urianger's capable hands, we needn't worry about affairs here in our absence. Knowing now the face of their earthly collaborators, there's much to discuss with Alphino and the others. Let's return to the Tower of Babel. Our battle for the star will begin in earnest, and we must be prepared. Oh, we're just gonna go. Okay.
Yep.
It's right here. Wow.
In this little crater.
No opportunity to change my outfit before blasting off into the freezing cold of Garlemald.
Oh yeah, about that. Oh well.
I'm sure it will be fine. What's the temperature, Stoll? It's cold. I'd forgotten how cold it was here in Garlemald. A testament to the Loporrit's ingenuity that I felt no such discomfort on the moon. And look what I'm wearing! Where? Gods, I can scarcely believe we went to the moon and back. We'll have time to reflect later. Right now, we need to head back to Camp Broken Glass and deliver a thoroughly detailed report to Lucia. I'd like very much to know how everyone's getting on here as well. They'd only just begun to treat the tempered prisoners when we left. I share your curiosity, but warning our allies of the final days is of greater importance. I speak not only of the contingent, of course. Heads of state of every nation must know what we've learned. We know not when or where and what manner the final days will begin to manifest, so we must see that everyone is prepared. Agreed, though we may wish to stress the importance of discretion, lest the public be sent into a panic. Not that anyone in a position of responsibility should need be told as much, but it bears repeating. First things first, to Camp Broken Glass.
Oh, you can glamour in here while you're at it.
Oh, thank goodness. Let's go. Warm outfit. To Camp Broken Glass.
Let's get out of here. Oh, there. Oh. That's some harsh rain.
Mm-hmm. Glad I have an umbrella.
Oh, it's gonna be freezing. Oh,
It's not supposed to be raining. Well, it says it's raining.
Wait, I got this.
I've got my nice warm outfit. Which is very cute still. Maxima, we went to the moon. Gobo? You're taller than you were when you left. It's good to see you all again. No worse for your lunar adventure, I hope? We've done what we can for now, and believe me, we intend to tell you all about it. Before we do, might you tell us what's become of Garlemald in our absence? We succeeded in subduing the tempered inside the tower. We took many alive, but combined with those who were already in our custody, the number requiring care has grown exponentially. The inclement conditions here have made it difficult, if not impossible, to treat them all here, so we've petitioned the aid of allied nations. Some are, understandably, hesitant to proffer assistance, particularly those who were but recently subject to imperial occupation. That said, several others have agreed to grant them refuge for treatment. With the assistance of your fellow scions, we endeavor to see them safely transported and subsequently cured of their tempering. Will all the tempered be relocated? No, not all. We have sufficient shelter to attend to those whose treatment has begun, and enough healers have volunteered to remain until their patients recovered. Julius is one such patient, though he is not yet fit to receive visitors. Truth be told, it's a miracle he and those in his company were not harmed in the chaos. If not for Alphino and Alice's timely assistance, I dare say none of them would be with us today. In light of recent developments, have the Alliance leaders come to any decisions regarding Garlemald? Given the tremendous ramifications of what's happened here, it'll take time to determine what must be done. In the meantime, they intend to work with the Eastern Alliance to keep a close watch over the provinces. We have other news to share. Shortly after Anima was defeated, we received reports that each and every tower has vanished. For a mercy, the process was apparently not quite as violent as that you experienced in Thavnir. Those who were trapped within them have been rescued and are receiving treatment. To hasten the endeavor, the beast tribes have received instruction in the magics needed to cure tempering. Master Matoya is no doubt thrilled with the Mother Porksy affords her so many visitors. Yes, we're grateful for her ongoing efforts, as well as those of our comrades near and far. As for the contingent, several of our members have been granted leave to return to their homelands after the transfer of the Tempered has been completed. Yay! Lucia and I will remain, along with a small force, to continue offering aid to those here in Garlemald. The Empire may be no more, but there are yet those who call these lands home. I believe that accounts for recent events here. So, what of the moon and the Telophoroi? We killed God, and it turns out that has consequences.
Hmm.
The final days. Gods, I prayed your victory would mark the end of our troubles. There's still much we do not know, but the Alliance leaders must be told. Would you be willing to contact them in our stead? Yes, of course. I'll send word forthwith. We'll also release your fellow scions from their present duties, that they may return to Sharlayan. Your energies are better spent finding a means to avert the coming apocalypse. Speaking of your fellow scions, you'll be happy to hear that Mistress Kryl, though still on the mend, has been moved to the Baldesian Annex and given into Tataru's care. Thank you. I look forward to seeing them both on our return. Let's be on our way, then. One last thing, if I may. After your confrontation with Zodiark, you said Xenos took his leave, and in all likelihood he has returned here to Garlemald. I have a mind to dispatch scouts to try to ascertain his whereabouts, but first wish to ask you if you believe there is merit in doing so. If you find him, they're not going to live to tell the tale. I suppose you're right. To dispatch good soldiers in pursuit of such a beast would be to send them to their deaths. Pray forget I entertained the notion. While on the subject of Xenos, the 10th Legion has made an official proclamation. They denounce the Crown Prince and condemn his role in the Empire's downfall. His very title has become a source of shame among his former subjects, and its continued use serves only to hinder relations with foreign nations. For this reason, he has been declared as Xenos Viator Galvus, outcast and enemy of Garlemald. Fandaniel's no more, and now his own people turn against him. It seems he's naught but his bloodlust to keep him company. Better that than an army to see it sated. At any rate, I'll keep you no longer. I pray you safe passage back to Sharlayan. Hey, the rain's done. And we have Tanya H. and Kana H. both being quite cute. And we have Return to Old Sharlayan. Where, barring some drastic thing that is obviously going to be a dungeon, I think we're gonna probably wrap the week. This feels like it's gonna be a good place to stop, right? Especially with Halabali having a hard stop in like half an hour. Tataru, my beloved wife. Oh, it's good to see you. And free from chilblains, I take it. You'll at least know everything's been kept in order since you've been away. I even brought a few useful knickknacks with me from back home. No sooner had they arrived than I received word of Kryle in poor health, and you on the moon? If you would take me a fright, you succeeded. That's why I call Tataru my wife. She nags perfectly. Welcome back, Gobo. We're terribly worried about you. Though it's plain I've caused my own fair share of worry, and for that I apologize. Heidling called to me that day when you entered the Tower of Babel. Her pleas were faint but desperate, and I knew at once she required a vessel to carry out her will. What came after feels like a dream barely remembered, my body flowing through the life stream toward Garlemald. When I regained consciousness, I was all aches and frostbite, exhausted of Aether. So exhausted, in fact, I could only laugh. For it was in that moment I understood Raha's weariness from the Tower of Zot. Would that I could laugh at a time like this. Though we prevented Zodiac from being unleashed on the world, I'm curious to know what else took place on the moon. Consequences involving bunnies. Perhaps you should wait for the others to join before you give us your account. Let's reconvene in the main hall once they've arrived. Alright, to the main hall. The main hall.
What I miss?
You missed going to the main hall and changing out of our Garlemald outfit into our Charlian outfit.
Oh.
After stream, and by which I mean on stream after we break for the story, I'm gonna go do my investigations of the new clothes we got. Wait for my comrades to arrive. Yes. Looking all dramatic. With my big wing head again. Yay. Everyone's here. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Oh, not at all. We understand you've been quite busy. Will Urianger be joining us? Nope, he's busy with the moon bunnies. Duty keeps him away, I'm afraid, though Gobo can explain why better than I. Yep. Moon bunnies!
Moon bunnies.
And that's why I'm starting to think that violence may not always be the answer.
Mm-hmm.
The final days, as befell Amarat. And we're to escape via the moon? What of the source and its reflections?
Dead.
I've no intention of standing by while the world falls to ruin. So how do we stop this? Unfortunately, we have no answers at present. If the celestial currents have gone stagnant, as was the case in the time of Amaret, the only solution would be to alter the flow of Aether throughout the entirety of the star. The ancients accomplished this by summoning Zodiark, sacrificing half the star's population in the doing. But it should go without saying that this sacrifice cannot be repeated. Which leaves us with the daunting task of identifying the underlying catalyst for the final days, a feat which even the Amarantines could not accomplish. Unfortunately, we found no clues in Mare Lamentorum. While there's much we do not know about the catastrophe itself, let alone what may have caused it, the final days were marked by a corruption of the Amarantines' creation magics, but we command no such power, which invites the question, what havoc is in store for us? If we knew that much, perhaps we could draw some parallel with the events of the past, thereby form some semblance of a plan? Perhaps we should start with the Forum, then. Having worked with the Laparates in secret all this time, there is surely more than they can tell us. Forgive the interruption. I've urgent news. The Forum's holding a public assembly in the plaza outside. Some sort of announcement. What's Father up to now? Well, there's only one way to find out.
He's probably going to tell us about the ship.
Order! Order, I say!
Oh, I don't like the scary music.
I thank you all for gathering here on such short notice. This day we must speak of grave affairs and their implications for the future of Sharlayan, nay, of this very star. Said affairs concern all citizens, and so we have called for a public assembly. You may have heard rumors of the Talopheroi and the havoc these madmen wreak abroad. Under normal circumstances, we would pay little heed to petty disturbances outside our borders. The final days, however, are another matter altogether. For we dare not ignore these prophetic words of Eld. The End-Bearers will come, ushering chaos and calamity. The final days descend and devour the very star.
I've never heard this prophecy.
Is it true? Will all that really happen?
Calm yourselves. The time has come to speak of the Forum's most sacred duties. But first...
Give voice to the voiceless. Let bindings be unbound. By unanimous decree, I declare the enchantment broken.
Master Leveilleur, if you would.
Very well. "270 years ago, our forebears began an expedition in the Dravanian hinterlands, in search of a route to access the ethereal sea. This much is public knowledge. Their findings, however, would become the Forum's most closely guarded secret. What those researchers discovered in the hinterlands was not a passage unto the ethereal sea, but the very heart of our star, and Hydaelyn herself.
Wow.
She spoke to them of a calamity that would extinguish all life, and of a means by which we might be spared. The moon. 'Tis in truth a gargantuan vessel built to serve as sanctuary for her children and deliver them from this doom. Much like Nunkref's hope in ages past, it will bear the people of a world in the throes of death to a new home.
Just take a moment to consider the absurdity of this.
Yeah.
The government comes out and says, yeah, so that science project 200 years ago found us direct contact with God, who told us that the moon is a spaceship. I don't think people would normally listen. But I guess it helps by the fact that they very visibly shattered secrecy, quiet, forced silence magic in front of the population. But
Yeah. That helps, but
Needless to
otherwise
say,
I
this
would
would be
not
no
be
small undertaking.
taking any of this shit
To
at face
facilitate the
value.
great work,
yeah.
the Forum has maintained close contact with the servants of Hydaelyn, who presently reside on the moon.
Convinced that the foretold end was all but inevitable, we began amassing a wealth of knowledge, not merely for the betterment of our nation, but in preparation for the journey to come.
You reveal this to us now? By the gods, how long do we have?
While we cannot say with certainty, we believe the hour to be nigh. We received a transmission from the moon suggesting as much not long ago. Which is why we must in earnest begin preparations for the Great Exodus. For his impressive contributions and the leadership he demonstrated during our withdrawal from Dravania, we have elected Master Leveilleur to oversee this initiative.
Fellow scribes and scholars, my countrymen, we face a threat of unprecedented scale. We must challenge the trials before us with composure and conviction if we are to find salvation. The wisdom of Sharlayan has ever been a shining beacon in the darkness, and so it shall continue to be. It is our solemn charge to see our heritage preserved for future generations. For those who will come after, we will brave a new frontier.
Administrative edicts will be relayed to all major institutions ere long. In the meantime, carry on with your duties. With that, I hereby call this assembly to a close.
I'm surprised there wasn't many people asking questions.
I know, you'd expect a bunch of academic debates. It's probably going to go on in the institutions, and then they'll formalize and write and publish some papers.
Do you remember what Mother told us when we visited home? That it wasn't until after we were born that Father seemed to lose himself in his work. If that great work of his was the evacuation of this star, then...
Yes. It wasn't for his benefit. Would you mind waiting here a moment? I wish to speak with Father before we leave.
Take your time.
Keep it civil, okay?
Not too civil.
If you need violence, come get me.
I may look daggers at him, but I will neither speak nor draw them.
If it's all the same to you, I have a few choice words to share with Father as well.
I can kill your father later, so go chat. It's fine.
So, come to call us cowards and bid us join your fruitless battle against the inevitable.
Nay, we do not object to the Forum's proposal. On the contrary, those who wish to flee have every right to do so. Urianger is cooperating with your associates on the moon to ensure that all is ready should evacuation be our only recourse.
Then whatever your business, I suggest you be brief.
Though we cannot boast the boundless wisdom of Sharlayan, we have first-hand knowledge of foreign cultures and have conversed with no small number of peoples. These experiences have taught us fundamental truths that cannot be recorded in any tome, nor charted on any map. The beating heart of this planet is its people, many of whom would give anything, even their lives, to protect the lands they love.
Okay, Alphado, if you write down what you just said, then you would have already have succeeded in recording it in the book. So...
Many may choose to join you in the end. But what of those unwilling or unable, for whom escape will never be an option? What would you have them do? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, Father. It is indolence. This is why we choose to fight.
We'll not ask for your understanding, Father. Only that you don't turn a blind eye to the good we have done, that we can still do. We're not children in need of protection. Hold fast to your principles and let the world burn if it please. But we believe there is still another way. And if there is, we will find it. You see if we don't.
Do as you will. Just stay out of our way.
Were he not so consumed with self-righteousness, he might tell you how proud he is of you both.
Bold words call for bold action. And there'll be no turning to your father should plans go awry.
As if I ever would. So long as there are those who wish to stay and fight for this star, we have to do what we can to help them.
And if we're to do that, we'll need to be well rested. Wouldn't you agree? And having triumphed over what we once thought to be the source of all evil, I can think of no one in greater need of at least a dozen things.
Definitely use a nap.
I have a bunch of clothes I need to sort out and see if I can make an outfit with
Shall
them.
we then? To the annex. To prepare for tomorrow.
Oh, I also got my hard drive in, so I gotta add that to the PC.
Woohoo! She hard on my drive till I in the PC.
What?
That I will never get tired of that stupid joke format. It's just
We're bad. It's like it could have done better. I don't know how, mind you, but it's like.
Haha. Ojika! Give me my hat. Crowd tells me the forum made a rather momentous announcement, so there's to be an exodus, is there? I'm reminded of my narrow escape from the Isle of All, the realization, the running, the mixture of relief and regret after. Why me, I ask myself, why me? Why us? Why now? Why wonder? There's no use fretting over the cosmic morality or lack thereof. We're here, and we'll get through this together. And who knows, maybe my luck will rub off and grant everyone a narrow escape. No harm praying as much. Oh, but enough of my rambling. I'm sure you're exhausted. Your chamber awaits. To my chamber, and give me my hat. Yay.
No.
Is there going to be more cutscene? Is it more cutscene?
Yes.
More cutscene.
That was trippy.
It's like a parallel to Shadowbringers looking out the window at the night sky. Only now it's the moon. Oh my god, it's just like a couple days ago when I ate twice as much of an edible as my girlfriend recommended.
I want to try an edible.
A visitor's come. Who could it be? Who do I want it to be?
That's a good question.
Stola, did you come for some private time? It is Stola. Hi.
You're still awake. Good. Might I trouble you to stand still for a moment?
Sure. What are you gonna do to me as I'm standing still?
Nothing appears out of the ordinary. A precautionary measure. You will recall that serving as a vessel for abundant light in the first very nearly ended poorly.
Oh my gosh.
In your recent battle on the moon, you were almost certainly exposed to similar, if not greater, forces. Fortunately, from what I can see, you and your ether are none the worse for wear.
Oh, thank
Would
you.
that Reen were here to confirm my assessment. To think you actually found yourself in a direct confrontation with Zodiac. As if Xenos gallivanting about in your body was not misfortune enough. Did you so grossly offend every single deity in a past life that they saw fit to place a curse upon your soul?
Oh.
Wow. Okay, Stola, if you're gonna tear me to pieces like that, at least come inside and like sit on the bed with me.
Forgive me. That was in poor taste. I recall vividly how battered and broken it was in the depths of Emerald.
That might be possible.
Yeah, you're not.
That you offended every deity.
Yeah, we're not very far off. I mean, I've killed half of them.
Would that you could have seen it with your own eyes. Mayhap then you would understand why the greater part of me is glad you did not. It was a horror beyond description.
Oh, I'm sorry for making fun of your worries, girl. Oh.
Promise me you will be careful. That you will seek my counsel if you feel unwell.
Absolutely. Promise me you'll keep giving me those sharp barbs.
That puts my heart at ease, if only a touch. I suspect it will grow colder as the night wears on, so do be sure to stay warm.
You could always come help keep me warm.
Sleep well. May the shadows keep you.
I think Tataru's hanging out with Kryl. No? Okay. The look of a lesbian who did not get to cuddle with a cat girl all night. A short while earlier in the Alamegan Quarter.
Uh-oh. Hey! Go Lodi. This is probably one of the first games to go into the new drive.
Thank the gods that tower is gone. The sight of it was enough to make me sick.
Thank the Ilsabar contingent, more like. Word is, they fought their way into Garlemald and toppled the bloody thing themselves. Not just the one, neither. All the towers have up and vanished.
Aye, I heard the same. Commander Aldin and his troops helped keep casualties to a minimum, too. But is it true they brought back tempered Garlean soldiers?
As Commander Aldin tells it, they've a treatment for that now. But don't you worry. Cured or not, they've no plans to bring them into the city proper.
I see. Well, that's a relief then. I know we've brothers and sisters among the lot, but I can't say I'm eager to welcome them home.
Won't need to think about it for a while yet. They're to be looked after in Alagana for the time being.
Oof.
Who are you? Oh, that doesn't seem good. That seems kind of anti-good.
Huh.
Meanwhile, in Ishgard, I don't like that. This is in multiple places.
Yeah, especially since like PC has to keep loading these.
Oh gosh, it's Bun Boy. Hi, Bun Boy.
Another day, another commission of paramount importance.
I like him.
Well, what have we here?
He wasn't there at the meeting, was he?
Nope.
Hey, are you all right?
Oh gosh, if they hurt Bun Boy, I'll be mad. I like him. He's so just like done with shit. but still, like, willing to help.
Was that? No. The shadows play tricks, nothing more. The towers are gone, and the Garlean threat is abated. And yet, why does it feel
I don't think
as
those
though
were
it's about
shadows.
to get much, much worse?
Don't put a black blot on Thavnair. I like Thavnair.
That doesn't sound good. Or that's
Higher.
good.
Which means we have a new title, Lighting Way. A farewell to Halabali, because Halabali has a hard stop and has to go. And back into my bedroom, because we have an outfit to put into our chest. Let's see if it's any good.
Oh wow, my stuff is almost full. I should probably dump my dice into one of my retainers at least.
Let's see. Bismuth War Scythe, go away. Bismuth Headgear. Saiga Skin Coat. Saiga Skin Arm Guards. Saiga Skin Trousers. Saiga Skin Boots. I would have to get... No, let's just see. Where's my, like, story time outfit? I have so many outfits. You can go. Okay. Someone's gone. I think it's probably Halabali. Okay. The headgear is just like that. That's not interesting. There's no visor, so the headgear is uninteresting. I don't care about the headgear. So let's see. How would I dye this? We have a single dye channel on each piece of outfit. What does it do? Does everything but the black.
Why do I have this? Why is this music giving me a sense of dread?
That's probably bad. I know what I'm gonna do. I think I have an idea in my head for what's gonna happen here. Where's the nearest place for me to rob the free company? Is there a company chest up there?
I have no idea.
Nope, no company chest. Well then, nothing to do but to go to Limsa.
What you heading to Limsa for?
So I can rob the company chest for dyes.
Eh.
And go do my outfit. Yeah, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay. Hawker's Alley. I need for my vision. Rose pink. Do I have rose pink? I have coral pink. There's some rose pink. Sky blue will do. Bone white will not quite cut it. Snow white will do, pure white will do. How much is pure white? I'm not spending that much. Okay. You're an acceptable price for a stack of 99. To the aft castle. Hello, Miss Stianson. Okay. I set you up, I think. 14, yes. Okay. So first things first. You become rose white. Or rose pink. You become Snow White. You become Snow White. You become Sky Blue. You become Sky Blue. And you become something dyeable, I think. I think you also become Sky Blue. And there we have it. We have... I'm gonna go make a dramatic pose. We have Gobo Bar Trans Pride Space Pirates.
I gotta see this. Ah, that looks pretty good.
It's not quite as good as my Trans Pride pirate outfit, but it will work in space. I think I need to find a better hat, though, because I have a feeling I'm going to want, like, a full face covering. Wait. I have a full face covering. If we're going into space, we need to be protected. So, I know. I know what we need. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. Where are you? And you're in the armoire. I always forget about things in the armoire. What's the second die channel? There we go. Trans Pride Space Pirates. And there's only one place to go teleport for this. Spending 1,500 gil for this G-pose. It's best be worth it. But I think this is it. I think this is the vibe. I'm gonna have to go up the stairs to go outside. Actually, no. We can go just up the stairs and then do this. It doesn't even need to be that far forward. Yeah, we just need to go up here. This will give me what I want. Good. I should still have the pose I want. Nope. Okay, give me that pin. Over. There we go. Gobo Bar, Trans Pride Space Pirates. Let's see if we can hunt for someone to raid without killing the stream. OMG, it might actually work. Aha. How many people do we actually have watching here?
Oh, that's a neat pose.
Not enough to make it really worth it. But you know what? I see... I see that Wrath is doing the annual speed run, so let's just raid Wrath.
Alright.
If it lets us. Thank you for coming. Next time, we see what consequences lie beyond bunny rabbits.
Oh no.